Welcome to my channel. I discuss topics that are useful to professionals who want to pursue a career in data analytics. I am Abhishek Chauhan, Decision Science Practitioner and Associate Faculty at National College of Ireland. I am recording this video in my personal capacity and is separate from my teaching role at any organization. Today's topic is to learn about subqueries and joins in SQL. Subqueries and joins are used to extract data from multiple tables. In this video, we will learn about how a subquery and a join works, along with their advantages and some of the disadvantages. A subquery is a query that is written inside another query's where clause. The output of the inner query will become the input of the main query. Let's understand it with the help of a working example. I'm using an online compiler to demonstrate subquery. As you can see, there are three tables on the right: customer table, orders table, and shippings table. I will be using customers and orders table. So let's say we have to find out the first name, last name, and age of the customer who has an amount equal to 400. As you can see, customer's first name, last name, and age are in customers table, and we have the amount in the orders table. To achieve this, I have to pick customer ID from the orders table and then feed that back into the main query to get the first name, last name, and age from the customer table. So let's start writing the query. Now in the in clause, I will write the subquery to select customer ID from orders where the amount equals 400. And I'll close the subquery here and a semicolon to finish with. Okay, so this subquery statement will work as an input to the main query, and the output of the inner query is 1 to 4. So if you see, select customer ID from orders where amount is 100. So here there are two rows with 100 amount. So the customer ID that it will return will be 4 and 1. Okay, now let's run this query. Okay, so what happened here is, so the output of the inner query is 1 and 4. When this will go as an input to the main query, it will return values as John Doe and John Reinhardt. So we can see with customer ID 1 and 4, we have John Doe and John Reinhardt. And that's it, we are done. So it's that simple. It's an easy way to extract the data using a subquery in the where clause. However, this is not the best option, as it is a very slow way of writing the same query. The compiler will execute the inner query first, which is this one, and then it will feed the data into the main query. So ultimately it have to run two queries separately. So that's why the system is very slow. It works best when there is a small data. So like we have only two rows to be selected here, then it is fine. But if consider an example where there are 10 tables and you have to do 10 subqueries, then it will slow down the system a lot. Also, there are two conditions with the subquery. So the first is the output of the internal query should be compatible to the variable in the where clause. So whatever this subquery is returning to me, that should be compatible to customer ID. And the second condition is that the subquery should return only one column. If there are multiple columns, then the system will get confused that which column should feed into customer ID. It will return a syntax error. And that's it. Let's go back to our slides. So the next topic is joins. There are multiple types of joins, but today we will be learning only about inner join. An inner join combines records from two tables based on a join condition and requires that each record in the first table has a matching record in the second table. It can be done with more than two tables as well, But for simplicity, we will discuss only two tables today. As I said, there are different types. So there are inner joins, there are left joins, outer joins, self join, etc. But they are a little bit complicated as compared to inner joins. So let's understand the concept of inner joins first. Okay, again we go back to the editor. I'll remove the first query. Okay, now again we have the same question. We have to find out the first name, last name, and age of the customer who has an amount equal to 400. So let me start writing the query. First name, last name, age from customers, inner join, orders on customers dot customer ID equals orders dot customer ID. Here we have to write the table name dot column name. The same syntax after equal to table name dot column name. Oops, I missed the I here. And we have to mention the condition where amount is equal to 400 and to end with the semicolon. Okay, so let's run the query. Okay, as you can see, the same result is here. So this time as well, we got the same result. So two ways of doing the same question, subqueries as well as joins. However, the time the compiler need to run for the two queries is very different. So an inner query, like in an inner query and an outer query, it was much slower. However, the joins are very fast. Now consider a situation where you have to join 20 tables based on different logics. So if you use subqueries, then it will not only slow down the server and your manager will get a complaint about you from the DBA, but you will also not be able to make your code easy to understand. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much.